Hello, my name is Dr. Zuraw, and I am a learning support and life skills reading and math teacher for Cocalico High School. I am in room 314, and I wanted to introduce myself so you could see me. I have taken my mask off to do this. Typically, I would wear my mask in class every moment of the day. And if you have any questions, always feel free to give the school district a call at 336-1423. Ask for me, or you can email me at ezuraw@cocalico.org. So I'll show you around my classroom. I'll show you what we do for our sample lessons, and I think that'll be some information to get you started with the year. This is our classroom here. Along this back wall here, I keep extra work we're doing. I keep classroom supplies, that type of thing. We have a reading library that mimics the books the students are reading in our reading program. So all of those books they're able to hold in their hand as well as read online. We have our back area here out to the hallway. Our happy boards back there. School calendar, regular calendar, where we keep track of everything that's going on. This is my area. I have my desk, my standing desk, and my working desk in the back. And then we are very fortunate to have a very large library in here of leveled books that the students can pick. They're their mailboxes. And over there in the other side of the room is Mrs. H. She is our classroom paraprofessional, and she helps us throughout the day. So that's our classroom. I am also fortunate to have a room attached to mine that we used last year as a restaurant where we developed all types of skills to serve teachers lunch once a month, and administrators were invited and some members of the community. Unfortunately, we can't do that this year because of COVID, but we'll start that up again as soon as we are given permission to do that. But the back of the room looks like this. It's really nice. It's got all kinds of chairs, has 2 tables, again, a full library. Let me take you through that, where the students can choose books to read on all different topics. They're leveled, they're color-coded, many, many different things to pick from. And we have a continuation of that library a little bit on this side over there. Students can also come back here to get some one-on-one support in a quiet place if they'd like, or if they need to listen to videos from other classrooms and they need some privacy, they can come back here and do that. I am attached to them with these curtains. We just pull those back. I keep my classroom door open, and I can hear them, and they will often come back here to work with Mrs. H, which is great. We're fortunate. Lots of rooms don't have that. During reading class this year, we have a new program that is computer-based. So fortunately, we can carry on this program whether we are in the building or at home. That's really beneficial right now. It is comprised of 3 parts, 20 minutes each. That gives us 60 minutes, where we have 20 minutes left over. In the beginning, the first 10 minutes of the block, I do attendance online so that the students get into the habit of filling out those forms and submitting them. Then I kind of check in with them, make sure their classes are going okay, take note if they need extra support in any type of subject. I make a list to email teachers, let them know what the students are looking for, and that does take about 10 minutes. So when we're done with that, we begin the group part of our book. We are this year in a system called System 44. It's 44 because there are 44 sounds in the English language. The book is spiral bound. It's lovely. It's got a nice cover, and it is the students. So once they begin this book, they keep this book for the entire time they're with me, whether it's just one semester, multiple semesters, multiple years. They work through this. The book is very easy to see and understand. I'll show that to you here. We always start together with the topic of the day. What are we going to learn about? And then we move into some group work. That group work, the student follows along in their book, but also on the board. So let me show you. I'm going to turn my camera around here. So this is our board. That lesson that you saw here in the book is also projected onto the board, and I go through it with the students, and we are able to write our answers in here. We talk about what the words mean. We talk about how you use them, what part of speech they are. We practice using them in sentences, and then we relate them to the topic at hand. This unit happened to start with a video, and the video of a girl who had a hard home life when she was in high school, but persevered, graduated high school and went on to college, included these vocabulary words. So now we go back and we look at the questions. For example, Dawn's family had been blank from their home, and sometimes she had no place to live. So we'd underline important things like home and place to live. And we go back and we look at the words that we can choose from, and we decide which word deals with those topics. If we don't know, we cross out the words we do know that don't. So in the end, we would end up with evict. And we put it on the board. And we'd go through like that, and then we'd work our way through that. The bottom of this, you can't see it well, but it ends up with questions here. You have questions. We take turns reading the question, answering the question, pulling words from the question, and plugging them into the answer. That's a skill that I'm asking my students to learn and do well. So we do all types of things like that. That's 20 minutes. Sometimes there's a warm-up activity like with sounds with phonics. Sometimes we just jump right into the online, on the book stuff, on the board rather. Then the bell rings. I have a timer set up for every 20 minutes. The students move into individualized work. Excuse me for a moment. For that, they get assigned a pair of headphones. I keep them in the bag, so for sanitary reasons. I open the bag, the student reaches in, pulls them out. The student is the only one to touch the headphone, and the headphones have microphones, and they're nice padded earphones, and these are the students for the entire time that they're using this program. Nobody will use them after them. Nobody uses them out. Nobody else uses them during the day. When they're finished, they wrap them up and they stick them back in this bag. While they're listening to their program, the first 20-minute section is independent reading. So at the beginning of the year, your student took an assessment on the System 44, and it decided what strengths and weaknesses the student had in phonics, word recognition, comprehension skills, and then places them in a leveled category where they can choose the books they are interested in reading based on another survey that they take, where they're looking at pictures of books and different types of things, and they choose what they're interested in there, and that relates to the category. So for 20 minutes, they will open up their computers, they will log in into their book, they have their headphones on, they can have the story read to them through the computer, which in a very pleasant reading voice, or they can read it on their own. There are activities that go along with that. They could do story webs, storyboards, all kinds of things. There's an activity folder at the bottom of the screen that they click on, and to end the book, they take a quiz. They can choose a 3-point quiz or a 5-point quiz based on difficulty. They can pick where they're feeling that day and how much they felt they understood the story. Sometimes they do pick 3, sometimes they challenge themselves and pick 5. There are 10 questions, and that judges, or it kind of assesses how well they understood what was going on. I receive all of that information. I do with that what I need. If they're doing well, I keep track of that. If they're showing lower scores, I touch base with them specifically about that book. Maybe we go back and we reread. Now, while they're doing that, I am working with them. I'm moving my podium here. I'll have my podium in the back of the room, and you can see, I can see all of the desks. I will stand back here, and I will watch them working so that I can see all of their computer screens, and I can jump in for anybody who needs me, or maybe I think they're going too quickly, or maybe I think they didn't take the time to respond to a question the way they should. So I'm constantly moving back and forth to different students throughout the whole block, assisting and also giving them space to make judgments for themselves when they feel like they're ready to move on. We'll do that for 20 minutes. The timer will go off again, and then they move into a skills building session. In that skills building session, they work independently again with their headsets, and this time the microphone. There is a lot of phonics work in this. So they are talked to by a live person. Well, the person isn't interacting with them live, but the voice is not computer-based. It's a person's voice. And ask them to identify words, to identify sounds, to sound things out, to do blends. They really enjoy that part because they're moving at their own speed. And that will go on for 20 minutes. The bell will ring, and if we have time, lots of times I like to take them outside for maybe a 5-minute mask break where we can go out of the building, take off our masks, socially distance 6+ feet apart, and just take a breath, which is super nice because we're covered all day long for safety reasons. While they're outside, Mrs. H will take our cleaning solution. She sprays down all of the desks and all of the seats, all of the tables. Those are given 6 to 10 minutes to dry on their own, which is the recommended length, so that the germs, any germs left behind, are killed. And then the students are invited back in the room to collect their belongings, and they head off to their next class. It moves really smoothly. It's a great program. We've had very good success with it. And as the students do well, and maybe they move out of this program, there is a next level to the program that Dr. Burkhart teaches in our learning support department, and they will just seamlessly move up and then possibly out into regular education reading. So that's the reading piece. Now, if the student has me for math as well, it's the same type of thing. They come in, they go to their cubbies, which are over on the wall. They grab their math supplies, they come back to their desks, they log in, they do attendance, so that we keep that understanding of attendance is done every block, every day, to show that you're here. That is in case we go home permanently. They're ready to do that. And we work through our math pretty much the same way we work through the reading. We do some pieces together, some pieces alone, some pieces independently, some pieces as a group. And it's a good day. We enjoy our day every day. We're very safe, and we're very happy that your student is with us. We thank you for giving them to us for the day. Please call if you have any questions, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.